I was working on my own YouTube video, and I keep the TV on. And I said, well, I want to put something else on. I had guitar music on there. I said, I want something else. So I like the stock market. I want to see what people got to say about the stock market. So I went there, and you got to click in each letter, and I put in stock market, and then I hit OK. And what comes up is very interesting. The coming crash of 2017. And I look, and there's just dozens of videos on the coming crash in 2017 of the stock market. Even Tony Robbins, the great Tony Robbins, had a video on the coming crash. And I had to laugh at that. Because, ever since the stock market has existed, and I'll go all the way back to the, the Dutch tulip craze. Every day since the tulip craze, some authorized pundit has predicted there's going to be a crash. You can't open up any newspaper, financial newspaper, and find a little article somewhere about a crash is coming. So it's like air. It's everywhere. Every day there's someone predicting a crash. Every day of the stock market there's going to be a crash. Okay? Well, how can you invest in the stock market if every day there's going to be a crash? Well, there's no way. You won't invest in it. As soon as you get your money and you want to put it up there, you read this article. Crash is coming. So that people, that's like scary movies. Teenagers love scary movies, right? Well, adults, investors, love scary articles about the coming crash. But on a serious note, is a crash coming in the stock market? I don't think so. It's because, well, first place, they make these videos because they're entertaining, but they're not very factual. And why aren't they factual? Because a crash in the stock market is always preceded by a bubble in some financial sector somewhere, such as housing or the stock market itself. But there's always a bubble. And what's a bubble? Is where ordinary people who never buy stocks are buying stocks, because it's filtered down to them that you can make money in the stock market. So they're buying. Or they're buying houses because they don't even want a house. They're buying houses because they hear they can make money on houses. Well, you know what? That's called a bubble. That's when the average Joe and Josephina on the street get involved in some kind of investing. When you see that, that is a bubble, and soon will follow the crash. But we don't have a bubble right now. There's nothing that is the common man on the street or driving on the expressway is buying anything. It's not here. Even though the stock market is going up, that doesn't mean there's is going to crash. So I'm saying, based on history, a crash in the stock market is always preceded by a bubble. And there is no bubble going on right now. So, and they're always talking about apocalypse. Well, World War II was an apocalypse. Did the stock market crash? In fact, it just went up because of all the manufacturing and money being made. So anyways, the point of this video is a roundabout way, is all of these pundits every day without fail, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, some pundits out there saying the crash is coming.